Fresno State's Vintage Days kicks off today, and it's happening all weekend long. So joining me now is Whitney Ballard. She is the graduate assistant for major events, and we're talking about Vintage Days. So this has been going on for a long time.
Yes.
So let's talk about the history of this great sort of outdoor vendor market festival.
Yes, so Vintage Days is a 3-day festival that is put on by students. It's student planned, student led, and we also have a group of staff members that are behind it also. We're actually at our 48th annual Vintage Days, so we're super excited that we finally get to bring it back after the years that we haven't been able to do it. So yeah.
I can't believe 48 years.
Yeah.
I like that because, you know, one of the best parts about going to college is the history and sort of the school spirit that you have, and you get to look back at decades and decades before you and know that you're continuing a legacy. So 48 years ago, students just like yourself were like, let's put on a festival.
Exactly,
and now you get to continue that legacy.
Yeah.
So what is Vintage Days for people who maybe haven't gone? What can they expect? Who's going to be there?
Yes, so Vintage Days, like I've mentioned before, is a 3-day festival that is basically right on Fresno State campus. So what's awesome about it is that students that are, you know, actually on campus, like for Friday, if they have in between like lunchtime or break time, they get to like go exactly to the event.
Yeah.
And then it's a community event too, so it's open to the public, so you can bring your family, your friends, like whoever you want to go out to the event and just enjoy it. We have our concert stage out there, so we have live performances, so you can enjoy some food that we have from our food tents that we have. So we have student clubs and orgs that are selling food, and there's also games out there. So you can go ahead and get some food and then enjoy some of the live music that we have. We also do have a kid zone area, so for the little kiddos, they can come out and we have little crafts for them to do, and also some like other games and activities that they can do too. And then tonight we are showing our Spider-Man No Way Home movie showing.
Oh,
so
fun.
it's a free outdoor movie showing that we have right on campus. It's going to be at 8 p.m. So we're super excited to have that tonight.
That is super fun. So on Monday, we had the Fresno State Physics Outreach. So they're going to be at Kid Zone.
Yeah.
And Don is wild and crazy, and you know, he always teaches kids something.
Yeah.
He spun me on a chair, so you can expect something like that in Kid Zone. And if you're not a kid, you can join in too. But outside of the stuff for kids, there's stuff for adults. You've got a beer and wine garden too.
Yes, there's a beer and wine garden for 21 and over. We also have our crafters out there, so they have handmade, unique goods that are out there, ones that you definitely won't find anywhere in stores. So you should definitely go and check those out if you have time. We have lots of them out there. They have jewelry. We have some like popcorn, like some food ones, and just a lot of other unique goods out there. Especially, you know, we have Mother's Day coming up, so that's an opportunity. If you haven't got anything for your mom yet, there's an opportunity. Or if you just want to, you know, get a gift for yourself or like siblings, you know, you can go ahead and do that.
In the beer and wine garden, is Fresno State going to be there with their wine? Can we try Fresno State wine at the wine garden?
Yes.
Yes. You're like, maybe? Because Fresno State is one of the only, if not the only university in the world that actually makes and sells their wine. So it's a really cool thing, and their wine is delicious. I like the Tailgate Red is my favorite blend. What are you most excited for Vintage Days?
Oh, I'm just pretty excited to finally have it back. It's been a while that we haven't been able to do it, so I'm excited to still be a part of the committee to kind of bring it back before we weren't able to have it. I'm excited for the movie tonight, to have that out there, and to try out the food. I've like been walking around and smelling the food and stuff, so I'm excited to find that out, and then also to get some jewelry that they have out there too.
I know, all of our local makers make such beautiful stuff. When we talk about food, let's, for people who maybe have never been to Vintage Days, when we talk about our clubs on campus, how are they making their food? And the one thing I am remembering from Vintage Days is egg rolls, and I can't remember what group on campus makes them, but they're freaking delicious. So who are the clubs that are making food?
Yes, so the student clubs that are out there, it's fraternities and some other clubs that we have that are part of Fresno State. So they're out there right on site making the food. You'll definitely, when you're walking through the area, you smell it and stuff like that. So it kind of just draws you in. Or you have others that are out there like, hey, we have some like pineapple bowls that are out there, some tacos, tri-tip will be out there too. So yeah, definitely a lot of food options to try throughout the weekend.
Yeah, so each club kind of decides on what they're going to sell and what they like and what they think will do well, and they're out there, and then you can, you know, buy their food and support the clubs. So if people have never been there, Is it free? And I know parking sometimes can be tricky at Fresno State. What's the parking situation like?
So it's free admission and free parking. So you don't have to pay to enter into the event. You just have to pay for like the food or the crafts that you get at the event. But just know that everybody that you know, pays for something or buys something there, they're supporting the ones that are out at our event.
Yeah. So relaxed parking. I know that when I was like, oh, Vintage Days, parking's kind of scary, but it's relaxed. So you can go free tickets, free parking. You can just walk on campus. It's a great time. You can bring the kiddos, take them over to Don Williams to the physics outreach. It's a great time. Whitney, thank you so much for being here today. Yes. And I'm sure you can breathe a breath of relief after it's done, because I know it takes a lot of planning. So thank you so much. Coming up here on Central Valley today, make room for an ogre-sized family fun. Shrek the Musical is coming to town. We'll tell you where after this.